here. Today I am going to talk about 3 books that are brand new, and we just got them in, so they're still being processed, but soon they'll be available for checkout. And there are 3 that I got excited about when I saw. So the first one is fiction, and it's called Lost Lambs by Madeline Cash. And this is about a family, an unconventional family, which I always love, the Flynns. And it's Catherine and Bud are the husband and wife, and they have 3 daughters, all of whom are adults, yes, and have their own sets of significant others or potential significant others, and their own careers. And it's sort of about how they all have like problems that the parents are dealing with, and it's just like a good domestic novel about a family and adult children and how they relate to their parents. And I think it looks kind of quirky too and fun. So I'm excited for this one. The next book is another fiction title called Wreck, and this is by Catherine Newman. This is also like a family, about a family and their dynamics and, you know, drama. But I read her first book, which I'm sure a lot of you have read. It's called Sandwich, and it was about like this 1 week on a beach in, I want to say, Cape Cod, where this family went every year. And it was about this woman. It was told from the perspective of the mom, and she had 2 children who were almost full grown. One was off on his own and the other one was in college. And she just talked about what it was to be a mom and a wife, and she was also caring for her aging parents. And it was a good like midlife novel, because it really, I feel, spoke to like that sandwich generation, which is where the title comes from, where you're taking care of kids and you're taking care of maybe your parents, and you know, you're working and you're trying to just get it all in and not go crazy. But she did it with humor, and so I'm looking forward to this second book because I think it's going to be more of the same. And then this one I'm very excited about. This is nonfiction. It's called The Gales of November, and it's about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. So if there are any other Gordon Lightfoot fans out there, we all know that song. Epic, amazing. And this is about, and he wrote it about the real tragedy of the shipwreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which I believe happened on one of the Great Lakes. And so this book is all about it. And what I find fascinating is that it happened in the 70s, and like, I don't think of shipwrecks happening anymore. I guess I just don't I think of them as old-timey things, you know? But this was in the 70s. This wasn't that long ago. And it was really sad, and most of the descendants of many people that died are still alive. And it was a lot of young men working as crew on the ship. And and then the weather, to learn that the weather on the Great Lakes is like as tumultuous as the ocean was surprising to me. So I look forward to reading this and finding out more. And of course I'll have the song going in the background the whole time on repeat, so that will be fun. All right, so those are my 3 books for this month, and happy February. Bye.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I want to tell you about a few programs we have here in the beginning of February. On February 7th, we actually have 2 programs on that Saturday. So we have Cookbook Club, and we are going to India this month. So if you want to check out a cookbook, we have a bunch on the 2nd floor. And you can bring a dish if you'd like. You can come sample, you can come hang out. You don't have to bring a dish. We would just love to see you at Cookbook Club. That is Saturday, February 7th at 11 a.m. If you stay, after Cookbook Club, we have a local author. Jess Shapiro is coming to talk about his book, The Theory of the Sofa, which we do have a copy of here at the library. That is at noon. And for both of these events, we appreciate if you register so that we know that you're coming, but it is not required. So if you get up that morning and you decide you want to come, we would love to see you. And that is Jess Shapiro, The Theory of the Sofa, Saturday, February 7th at noon. And still early in the month, we are having a seed swap on February 10th, 6:30 p.m., and that is a Tuesday. We will have some seeds here, and if you have some that you'd like to bring to share or to swap, please bring those with you, and we just hope to start thinking about warmer weather. So that's Tuesday, February 10th at 6:30 p.m.
Hi everybody, it's winter, it's cold, it's reading time. This is the best time to be reading when you can bundle up on the couch. In January, I have read some really good books. They're yours for February. Here's the first one, Skylark by Paula McLean. She is a writer of historic fiction. You may have read The Paris Wife about Charles Lindbergh's wife. It's a novel, not a biography. This one is very special. I listened to Skylark through Hoopla. I didn't read it. I was looking for something to listen to, and this caught my eye because I enjoy the author. It has a dual timeline, both set in Paris, France. The first one is set in the 1660s, and it really focuses on a young woman who is learning how to dye fabric. Her father was a dyer of fabric, and back then, the guilds controlled everything. So any discovery that was made belonged to the guild. There's no individuality at all. That's timeline number one. Timeline number two is set in the 1940s and focuses on a doctor who works in a mental hospital and the Jewish family that he befriends who lives in the same building. The commonalities are really fun, and they both take place in some part in the catacombs under the city of Paris. So that's fascinating in itself. I highly recommend Skylark by Paula McLean, and I really think a book group would enjoy discussing the similarities between the two timelines as well. See you next time.
Thanks for watching. Stay in the know. You can subscribe to the library's monthly email newsletters at goffstownlibrary.com/subscribe, and you can unsubscribe at any time.